You can taste the excitement here at the sold-out arena in Portland. We'll see the Indiana Pacers and the Portland Trail Blazers. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Simons. Oh, Stan, this should be a fun one. A clash at the center position.
Yeah, and Kevin, the way the game has changed, we don't see these kind of big men matchups much anymore. And so it's great to see one where two great big guys going at it, and they're going to go after each other.
And Stan, you know what you're talking about. You've had the opportunity to coach some great big men.
Oh, I have. I had Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, Andre Drummond. I seem to always have good centers.
Now, here's Avdia. 5 to shoot. Back to Ayton. Good work defensively by Turner.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Here's Nembhard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, and now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. That is his first foul of the game. Ayton wide open. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Here's Halliburton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Simons. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Now, here's Simons. And it's Ayton missing. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
I was able to talk with Chauncey Billups for a minute. Now, we spoke about the problems that Pascal Siakam brings to the table, and he told me Pascal is so good with room to operate, we need to find him in transition and take away space when he has the ball. Of course, that's easier said than done. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Back to Sharp. Pass to Avdia. Going inside. And finished off by Avdia.
Nice vision from the youngster Sharp that time.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. It's Nembhard on the wing. Here's Turner. There's the three. Buries it from three-point range.
And love seeing this. Turner just rising and firing with no hesitation. Have to respect the confidence he's playing with.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And here is Simons. Still yet to score. In his first 3 seasons in the NBA, Stan, Anthony Simons only started 5 games. But now he is out there a lot and getting started.
Well, look, Kevin, he played under Damian Lillard. Not a bad role model for Anthony Simons. Another 6'3" guard with explosive scoring capability.
And Simons drops them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Siakam outside. Back to Halliburton. Kicks it out to Siakam. 6 to shoot. Halliburton outside. And the 3 off target. Trailblazers trail by 3. Avdia with it. Now guarded by Siakam. And that one's good, Ayton.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
Here's Halliburton. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Well, the defense did everything they could there, but his skills as a finisher, wow.
Outside, Avdia. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Indiana leading by 3. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Nembhard with it. Outside Turner. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, that was bound to get ugly. Turner is so assertive, working inside. Defense got messy.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Pass to Ayton. Here he goes. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
Well, it's good to have a...
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Pacers lead by 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Now, Mathurin. Back to Bryant. Launches for deep. And it's Ayton with the rebound. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Here's Walker, and the layup falls. Walker's got the lead up to 2 now for Portland.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Here's Henderson. And Henderson throws it down hard.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Here's Mathurin. Pass to McConnell. Misses the 3. Outside, Walker. And the foul on Obi Toppin. That's his first foul. The Pacers making a switch here. Here's Banton. No score in this one. It's good from long range. And it's a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
Such a confident young man. Scoot just goes for it.
Here's Walker. Back to McConnell. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, we know about the Euros, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. But in the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Henderson outside. Clock at 6. Here's Klingon. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Pacers trail by 4. Here's Halliburton. And Halliburton slams it in.
What a slam by Halliburton, using that agility to make a statement.
Pass to Grant. Here's Banton. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it. Halliburton deciding where to go with it.
Portland grabs the miss. Pass to Klingon. And stolen by Siakam. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
No one near Turner as he lets it go. Drills the three-pointer. Turner's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
On the wing, Walker. Just 5 to shoot. And the basket is good. Walker's got 4 points in the quarter.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the call on the shot sends it to the line.
And how about the commitment there from Halliburton, sticking with it and getting himself to the line.
So he can't get either to fall.
Well, that's a rarity for him, not being able to cash in on the trip to the line.
Pass to Ayton. Halliburton with the steal. Over in the corner, Mathurin. Out to Turner. And that'll do it for the first half of the competitive game so far. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Now, here's Simons. Ayton in the high post. Goes up on the wing. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Here's Mathurin. Uses the glass to finish the line.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
To the inside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Out to Turner. All sorts of time. And the Pacers take on 2 more.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Avdia can't hit. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for Indiana. They trail by 1. And they go to the intentional foul. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Nesmith. And the Pacers another 3.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
Nembhard with it. Siakam outside. The three-pointer no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Indiana leading. It's Nembhard on the wing. Out to Turner. And stolen by Ayton. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Outside, Avdia. Pass to Sharp. The Trailblazers rebound. Goes back up.
And look at Siakam outworking the offensive player, giving his all there to take away that shot.
Back to Avdia. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Now Ayton. Pass to Sharp. Shot clock at 5. Back to Ayton. That one wide left.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And so they choose. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Puts it up off the inbound. Yes, that goes in. Halliburton's got 10 points in the game.
And Halliburton not afraid to work for it on offense, taking the contact and still getting the finish.
The Trailblazers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. And so he makes both from the line. Well, Stan, after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization, Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
Mathurin hits them both. Trailblazers trail by 4. Sharp with it. Picked up by Shepard. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Back to Halliburton. Takes it inside. Right side, Mathurin. Stolen by Walker. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
They get it again. Ayton. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
The third quarter comes to a close. Pacers lead by 4. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. We've reached the fourth quarter. What has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Pacers leading by 4. Pass to Nembhard. They double him with Ayton. Here's Walker. Back to Nembhard. Clock at 2. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. The Pacers making a change here. And so Ayton will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Henderson outside. To the paint. And that one's good, Ayton. Ayton's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Portland. Halliburton right side. Turner for 3. That shot off.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Ayton. It's good. This game is all even. Ayton's got 4 points this quarter.
And the all-around offensive game Ayton has is just fantastic, capable of scoring in many different ways.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
On the inbound pass. And Ayton with the lead. And now a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
And Grant's such a versatile player. It can do a little bit of everything, including setting up his teammates.
Henderson looking it over. To the middle. Throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
To stop the run. And Turner throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
He tries for 3. Again, the miss by Ayton. Pacers trail by 4. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Siakam outside. Pass to Nembhard. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 4. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. Now, his perspective was to play like we're behind. He said, that's the energy we need right now. We haven't won anything yet. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. Pacers trail by 4. .130 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Siakam outside. Halliburton right side. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here's Simons. Over to the left wing. Wide open look here for Klingon. Portland again missing. With the teardrop. Out to Turner. From deep. Rebounded by Kamare.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
52 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Outside, Simons. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Trying to get something going. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Good job converting at the line and helping to build this lead.
And it's Halliburton missing. Here's Sharp. And a miss there on the triple. From deep three-point land. Kept alive. Goes up again. And so it's Portland winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most.